We all know what it feels like to carry a heavy mind. You wake up with a lingering sense of anxiety, your thoughts scatter in a dozen directions, and by the end of the day, you are exhausted from the sheer weight of your own internal storms. For generations, people seeking relief from that exact exhaustion have turned to the great compassion mantra. It is deeply tied to the ancient vow of Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, who promised to relieve the suffering of all sentient beings. The traditional promise of this practice is profound. Sincere recitation is said to offer protection in times of danger, loosen the grip of sudden misfortune, and quietly invite grace into the most desperate situations. But the real power of these syllables rarely involves a dramatic rescue in the outside world. The relief comes from finally anchoring the chaos inside your own head. If you read the ancient accounts or spend enough time in spiritual communities, you will inevitably hear extraordinary stories. Practitioners describe seeing radiant light, visions of blooming lotus flowers, or suddenly noticing a pure, unearthly fragrance filling the room. Then there is the reality for the vast majority of sincere seekers. They sit down, they chant with their whole heart, and absolutely nothing unusual happens. No lights, no visions. Total silence. When you are sitting in that silence, it is easy to wonder if you are doing something wrong. You might ask yourself if the mantra has failed, or if you simply aren't spiritually gifted enough to get a response. When the mind finally stops reaching for a sign, it begins the slow process of becoming still, like a cup being emptied so it can finally be filled. To understand why, we have to look at how a mantra actually works. It functions as a cognitive anchor. By focusing on each sound and each breath, you physically stop feeding your mind the restless loops of anxiety it usually runs on. Look at this conceptual model. At its core, the mind is pure, but gets buried under thick layers of fear and craving. The mantra acts as a gentle cloth. With every repetition, these dark layers break apart. Intrusive thoughts simply fade completely, leaving the mind clear. Effective chanting is an act of subtraction. You are not trying to add a mystical vision to your life. You are simply clearing away the noise that hides your natural clarity. This is exactly why those stories of glowing lotuses and unearthly fragrances become a trap. Hearing about those miracles creates a dangerous new layer of expectation. The moment you start longing to feel something special, your mind turns into a bargaining tool. Instead of being present in the moment, you are secretly waiting to be rewarded. It is like an archer taking aim, but their mind is split in two. One half of the archer is trying to perform the action, while the other half is anxiously calculating the odds of missing the target. When you constantly check your practice for spiritual proof, you divide your own heart. Your mind becomes heavy with anticipation, making the actual recitation feel entirely hollow. Desire, even when it is dressed up in the sacred clothing of spiritual enlightenment, is still an earthly attachment keeping you stuck. To experience truth, you have to let go of the demand for proof. The mind has to become like an empty cup, completely abandoning all anticipation. Instead of reaching for a feeling, gently return your focus entirely to the breath, the syllable, and the present moment. Spiritual transformation works exactly like a seed underground. It labors silently in the dark before any blossoms appear. Each recitation is a drop of water on a hidden seed. The silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means the roots are forming long before the blossoms can appear. The highest response to the Great Compassion Mantra is never a supernatural light flashing before your eyes. The true miracle is achieving a profound, steady peace, a state where your heart is no longer ruled by fear and your mind is no longer enslaved by craving. Are you currently in a season of learning how to let go? If you've ever had a quiet, invisible shift change something inside you, share your experience in the comments. May your heart grow lighter and your mind grow clearer, finding relief not through desperate seeking, but through gentle surrender.